All right, so we're going to start with the simple voice scan, and normally what you say is A-E-I-O-U for 15 seconds. But for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to keep talking. That's weird. I can hear myself up there.
You can hide your meeting, you can hide that panel.
I just want to move it out of the
You
way.
can hide, yeah, go to more
Or
and hide floating meeting controls. Well, no, I read that, I don't read those. I can't remember when I found it, it was just this year, I've used Zoom for like.
A-E-I-O-U, 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 A-E-I-O-U.
Are you playing the
What is
recording and
going
not
on?
actually recording?
I don't know. I'm like all like, what is going on right now? Because I'm like confused with this and this is like, yeah, but it's not. Oh, there we go. A-E-I-O-U, A-E-I-O-U. I'm just going to keep talking because I hate doing A-E-I-O-U. Hi, my name is Dr. Becky, and I am here on Friday, February 6th at 12:47. If you want to use the Genius AI, the AI is a light version, which is $17, and I believe the full version is $24 a month, but don't quote me on that. And this is actually nice for when you want to send your clients reports. So as you can see here, it goes through the highs and the lows. We look at potential areas of energetic stress or dysregulation, what patterns you want to pay attention to, and then preliminary insights and next steps. And this is obviously something that you can send to your client. Just add the email. So when I get to the main part of the scan, I'm going to ask you guys what you're looking at. Again, it is recommended to do a fresh photo, which I'm not going to do today, because obviously your face changes. And same thing, you could analyze just the photo, open up the AI Lite, and then send that report. Yeah, he must be working on it. And this part's really cool, the energetic affirmation. You can put any affirmations that you would like to put in here. Because when we run the frequencies, whatever you put in here is going to be converted into a frequency. So right now we're doing the basic scan and system overview. We're scanning the body, mind, and biofield. Now, the way I like to go through the scans is I kind of want to know where we're at before we dive deeper. So I like to automatically just do a quick balance out the gate because it's going to balance everything you see here in the body, everything you see here in the mind, and in the biofield. We didn't even get to custom libraries yet. We'll go over that later. When you do the quick balance, it's going to give you percentages of kind of where that person's energy field is like or how their nervous system is communicating with you. Now, if you remember the affirmation that I placed in that box, that is in this frequency broadcast to me right now. And that doesn't look like that on my screen here. And you can very easily change the frequency sound of what you're listening to if you don't like the bells and the chimes, and you can actually change the wave pattern, which I'll show you how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I taught you something new.
I usually put on sign.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. Sine wave. Yeah. That's my favorite. Salted, it kind of helped cut through my infections. Ooh. I read that somewhere. That's interesting to say that because my daughter, this sends her pretty. Like turn it down.
I think the sawtooth one is the one that sends me through the roof.
Yeah, me too.
Because even when we had the other and they had the different, there was one that I was like, oh, I can't do it. Like I like the softer, the things that have sharp, jagged edges. My system's like, no.
On the jeans, you trying to
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Ooh.
Wow, look at those numbers.
Nice.
So we technically kind of want these numbers down here to be above 40%. That's kind of ideal. So here we go, because normally I would stop
Right.
because these numbers are high for me. Because every time I've gone and done more, but for demonstration purposes today,
So let me ask a question. So you would quick balance a client right out of the gate, just 2 minutes, see how they do. If they don't reclimate, then you go digging. If
Yeah.
they do,
done.
you're good. Yeah.
I'm done. So we're going to open up these categories. This has been coming up. This is in the air. Now there's a couple different ways you can drop things in the main hold tray down here. So this is the second optimization. There's 3 places you can optimize: quick balance, which we just did; main hold tray, which is where you're going to do your root cause observations; and then there's the quick zap. The quick zap is more for, let's say there are 4 or 5 things that I know I want to optimize in here. Put them in there, go about your day. Just like other scanning software out there, the reds are going to be your highs, your acutes, something incoming, high vibrational energy, and then your blues are going to be low energy, chronic, or something outgoing. Could also be a deficiency. Your reds can also be an acute deficiency. So you're going to have to use your discernment on which side is which. You can also, even if something looks normal, you're still going to find some reds in here. So what I'm simply doing is bulk dragging the items, the red items, down here in the tray. But what you can do is drag and drop each one individually in there. You have 2 options.
If you do that with the meridians though, you're gonna get a whole
You're going to get a whole thing.
stuff if you drag and drop.
Now, there's a couple different approaches. Some people just look at the reds in each category and go about your day. Because I like to look at the body a little bit differently, yes, I still address the reds, but I also like to look at the body systems because that gives me an idea of what system is problematic. I also like to check out the organs because, as you can see, I believe kidneys has come up twice now in 2 different scans or 2 different categories. I definitely like to look at amino acids and minerals. Why do you think that is?
Because those are your basic foundations.
Yep. So I'm kind of thinking of like our 10 foundations, our basic foundations. And for triage purposes, I like to just address the reds first and eventually get to the blues. And since I know there's mineral stuff going on, vitamins, I'm going to check electrical sensitivities. Because guess what? That drags a lot of stuff out of the system. I like to look at the emotions. Oh, look at that.
Wouldn't know why that's an annoyance.
And I usually pick between either neurotransmitters or the brain because we know the brain drives the train. And then I like to pick something from the biofield.
You're putting all that stuff in the truck?
Yep, I got 43 items in there so far.
No, that's interesting because I usually go into each category and pick the reds and the blues.
And
And I found that a lot of times the blues are what come up when I begin session. They come up at the,
Give you a quick balance.
yep,
Yeah,
and the
pick them up
blues,
as-
yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
all right, so I got 47 items down here.
Did you put one of the meridians in there?
No. So I'm going to begin my session because we've got 40 some things in here. I'm not going to be sending all 47 of those things to a quanta capsule or to somebody. And I also want to know, where do I need to start with all of these? I'm going to know where the priority is, like DNA. So as you can see up here, we've got high, medium, and low. So I'm going to focus on the things that are high. And you can see there's kind of a lot here. And then we go into medium. So they're not really as important. And then we've got low. So I'm going to start with the red highs.
It's about to escalate.
It may.
Annoyance is high. I know, it's all that.
Now I like to scan for a minute or two because I want to see how things start shifting and adjusting, clean up the rest, and then do a longer optimization. So we're going to see what changes. And I'm curious what my percentages do. I think the highest I've ever been is like 80 some percent.
Here I got like 83.
I think I'm having to clean up a lot from the AO. That's what I'm going to do. I was gonna say they're gonna drop. I should have just
Yeah.
said it out loud.
I know. I
Wow.
So that's what happens when you over correct. That's
Mhm.
why I like those. I like tracking the numbers because it gives me an idea of where that person's nervous system and energy flow is.
Track. Like write notes about, okay.
Now, so what I'm going to do here, this is where DNA comes in. I'm going to find two things. I want the primary, I want the secondary. Oh, wait, did I rescan? I didn't rescan. I got to rescan. So if I was going to export stuff to the capsule, I would probably, for me, I would only pick two things because I'm doing me. But if it was a client, it would be 4 or 5 things, and that would go to their capsule because that's enough. So wow, everything's changed.
Mhm.
So how do you choose which one's gonna be your prior, do you actually go through the template?
Yeah, in my head, I'm doing it right now.
Well, let me ask you some more questions.
Look, loathing went from medium to high.
Oh.
And
Lysine's still there though.
She's doing her own, yeah, they have a template in her head. And so you sit with that for a couple days and play just those couple?
No, this is what I'm going to do today.
Okay. But then you don't scan yourself again for another few days.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll keep an eye. I keep a lot in my head.
You're like Sheldon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like bladder meridian and kidneys have been coming up a lot for me lately. And the entity and cutting energy. Yeah. So for me, I haven't really, because I feel fine. I'm like, this is not a physical problem. This is boundaries, letting go, energetic attachments. As you all know from the conversations I've had, a lot of people have been like, at me. So it's where do I need to clear my energy? And then the thing is like, are some of these even mine? Or is this just like collective energy that I'm absorbing? So those are kind of like things I think about when I'm looking at, because sometimes I look at stuff and I'm like, that's not even mine. That does not even resonate. And like for me, like this is kind of a scan that I do for myself. Like this is what I do, and I'm pretty much done. But after this, we'll dive into some of the other categories, the other topics.
No, I need to go back to that training with Julia because what did she say? She runs emotions in the beginning.
I think that's what she does. I mean, every practitioner is going to have a
Yeah.
different eye. Obviously, my eye is, I always think of DNA because I'm always conscious of like where the nervous system's at, how much energy we're throwing at something. If somebody's already overstimulated, are we overscanning? Do we need less? Trying to understand like what frequencies do we really need? Because sometimes throwing the kitchen sink at everything isn't always the best approach. And if you can, like, especially with this, because I've noticed, like, less time is better. Don't scan every day. Don't scan all day long. Don't do 15 frequencies. Do like 2 to 5. It seems to be better what I'm noticing with people. And I know you've kind of said the same thing.
It's almost like less is best with this system, and you end up feeling so much better. Because when I came into it, I was scanning every day, and I was like, I'm starting to feel really weird. I remember from when I was doing the AO right at the beginning, I was scanning 10, 15 people a day. And I was listening to all of that too, because, in my office, and I even texted Lauren. I said, God, I feel horrible. And he goes, well, what are you doing? And I told him, and he goes, oh, he says, you need to turn that volume all the way down. You don't even have to have the frequencies emitting. You're getting like some flashback from that too, or residual from it. And I went, okay. But when we first started with the AO, I was having Herxheimer's almost every couple of days.
I did too. I had to put my computer in another room. And
Yes.
The volume off.
Yes.
And then feel it.
Yeah, I ended up doing that too, but then as time went by, I thought, well, either we're getting really better or they're turning it way down. And I think what they just turned it way down. So I'm like, dang it.
Because I have, that same hand who trained with Benet and the 200 frequencies. She's like, well, if I do that, I have all these reds and blues, and if I don't do them all, then I'm like, really, less is more, and she just can't wrap her head around it now.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can. That seems to be what I'm fighting against now. Like, don't do everything.
It's making me feel better.
Because you're doing too much, And it's true, even in our own healing, we get to be doing too much. Because that's what I was doing even with this going on. I'm like, it's time to back off. And I started doing, 21-day resets even with myself. I just finished one and I was actually doing a little bit better until I came down here. Whatever's going on here. But, it's just like do less.
I'm like, what is that? Am I hearing shit? I came back up a little bit better. So what's really cool when you pop into these meridians, you can actually see like LU10, LU4, and then you can look. So right here, if I had a acupuncture needle or I had a frequency patch, sticker, or dot, I could actually put frequencies in there and then put that on my body. So it tells you where you need to go. What else can I? Okay, so just as a reminder, those that only have the 497, you do not get custom libraries. Those of you who get the second tier package at 997 and the highest tier package at 3497, you'll be able to create custom libraries. Let's go to libraries next. Or no, let's do, yep, we'll do libraries next because that's what's there. Okay, so we've got created. These are all the ones that I've created. So I'm going to show you guys how to create a library. And then these are shared libraries. So like any libraries that maybe you shared with someone or someone shared with you, they're going to go in here. If you're working, so right now we are working in my profile. We want to make sure, which these already are, but if I create a new library, I have to make sure it is added to me. So come down to add to client, find the library that you just created, and then hit OK. Okay, if you're just adding a single library. If it's a new client and you want to give them all of your libraries, simply select all and then hit OK. Okay. So how do we add a library? The libraries, in my opinion, is I don't know, the best thing, for lack of a better word, because you can
It is.
customize and create your genius however you want. You can take anything in the world that you want and it'll convert it into a frequency.
That's so cool.
So I think I have a test library in here already. Look. Yep, test. Okay, so to create a library, you're simply going to give it a name. So whatever you want to create, let's say, well, here's all the different things that I've had. So I have root supplement brands in here. So I put all the supplements. I have optimal health system supplements. You can design and set up your libraries however you would like to. If you want to put detoxification supplements in there, you could and then list them all. If you want to put company or brand supplements in, you can do that. I've created, well, actually, I have all the tuning forks in here.
Ooh.
So yeah, all the tuning fork hertzes are all in here. So I could scan to see what tuning fork someone needs. Obviously, I have lots of brain, vagus, limbic system,
What is that? Can you go into your
limbic system. So I have, when I create my playlist, I like to have some affirmations. I like to do Bach flowers. I like to do homeopathics. I like to do Australian flowers. I like to have a mix of a bunch of different things.
Because to your point, see, I was separating them, but then when you showed me that whole delete, and then you're gonna focus on this, then you're bringing in a variety of solutions,
Right.
but you're not running 20 libraries.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct.
So I need to think about that a little.
So yeah, like
Mhm.
you literally can create them however you want to create them. So what I started doing, so like in the one course that I have, I went into the blueprint that I have for ALS, which gives you all the markers and then the solutions. So I have like ALS support. So these would be all the things that I could use to support someone who needs these supports. And you can see there's affirmations here. There are some frequencies. There are some homeopathics, some Bach flowers. I put some peptides in here. It's kind of like a little bit of everything. But then I also have a separate library for just the supplements alone. So you can kind of do it however you want. You know, I kind of feel like I have one library for like the assessments and then the other one's for the solution. Because I don't want to put all that in one library because that's a lot.
So you would go into like the 200
Yeah.
course and just put the markers in
Yep.
there, because then you're assessing what is triggering them.
Correct.
And then you look at the solution part of it, which is the supplements or the Bach flowers or the.
Yeah.
to find
That's
out
kind of how
what
my
you
brain
need.
thinks. I do have all the Australian bush flowers. I did create a category just for that. Because again, it depends. Like, what do I run? What do I want to run? I have basic biomagnetism pairing, so maybe I do want to do biomagnetism on me. I'll know exactly what pair I need to do. Let's see. I put all the cell salts and facial mapping in because these are pretty important. Again, as I'm looking at that photo, I can look at someone's photo and kind of see, hey, they got some fine lines under the eyes. There's some loss of elasticity. Is calc fluor coming up? Is this something that I could help recommend? But also, the frequency of calc fluor will go to that person. I put all the dental stuff in here. We've got the teeth, the numbers, the
I
organ,
just did that.
the organ with the emotion. Yeah, this one's.
Like, fine, I'm like, I don't even.
I just started. I just started
keep
typing
dropping
out-
like goodie bombs.
Yeah.
Somebody messaged me the other day and she was like, is it okay if I take all the quantum healing codes out of that playlist? I said, yes. She's like, oh, it's like Christmas.
No.
But yeah, you know, I've got like, I started putting in a lot of the ailments like Epstein-Barr, Lyme, mast cell activation, histamine, you know, a lot of the things that I deal with. I have a gadolinium. I started putting all the genetics that I commonly, so, you know, does someone need genetic testing done? What keeps coming up? Do I see some of these genes manifesting somewhere in the histamine and mast cell activation? Am I seeing methylation issues come up? So again, it's just another clue in that process of how I'm assessing somebody. And then I spent time obviously putting in all the bones. So that's why you see hip and femur, knee and leg. I went through the whole entire body and mapped all that stuff. So like I have the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments. That's what you'll see in these libraries because I like to assess the structural aspects. So in my mind, I'm thinking I need structural things, I need the physiological things. And like with the Lyme emotions and soul imprints, obviously we need the spiritual, the energetic, and the emotional aspect of Lyme. So that's why I have like different categories. Like these are all Lyme, but they're all looking at something slightly different.
So if you know somebody presents a lot of Lyme markers, you're gonna run all of them.
Yeah.
for that.
Yep, I'll probably run all the Lyme stuff and then the nervous system stuff, the brain, and limbic. Let's see. I still have more that I want. I put all the
So did
telomeres
you-
in. I think I did. I did shoulder, arm, and hand for muscles and ligaments.
So that would cover the wrist then.
Yeah,
Oh,
I did hand and wrist library. That's for bones. Yeah, these are all the bones. I mean, so you literally can create whatever it is. Like, what do you want to assess with people? What do you need a frequency for? So yeah, you simply name your library and then you click add items to library. So there's three ways that you can add things to your library. So let's just say I want the frequency of vitamin C in this library. I like to do the archetype encoding because that simply takes vitamin C and then converts it into a frequency. If you have the imprinting test plate, you would put the vitamin C that you actually have on the test plate and then the test plate scans it into the system. And then there's actually the frequency input. So let's say I put 40 hertz in here, it'll put the 40 hertz into the library as a frequency.
It's actual
Frequency. Yep.
Solfeggio tone.
The frequency. Yep. So once you figure out how you want to put it in, then you just hit save. Oops. Okay, let's pick vitamin. It won't let me do it again. Oh, it will.
Have you figured out how to delete a library that you mistakenly?
I think on my phone, I remember pushing it a little bit, holding it, swiping it, and you can delete it. Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to do it on here.
You cannot do it on TV.
So that's how you can add things to the library, your library. And then again, since test is a new one that we created, I would make sure that I added the test wherever it is to me. Okay. Questions about that? That's pretty self-explanatory. All right, this part's pretty cool.
I haven't either.
Okay, so response assessment. So let's say I want to enter an item like an herb or vitamin. Let's just continue with vitamin C.
Extra modules.
Extra modules. I'm going to go to response assessment. I'm going to select all. So it's taking the things that I was scanned for earlier, and we're assessing to see how well vitamin C would respond to my system for these particular things. Okay. So you can see the percentage before and after.
And you can put therapy in there.
You can put anything.
Yeah, it is.
So on the percentage, is it the higher percentages you need it or lower?
The highest
Is
it's gonna have that much of an impact on it.
Yeah, so like vitamin C has a pretty high impact on the governing meridian.
Yeah, it drops from 618 to 98.
Yeah. Oh, and on the pericardium meridian, I mean, that's 7 to 571. So vitamin C, I definitely need.
My aura, I got 70% for vitamin.
Oh, wow. And then this is cool, how to test product compatibility. So I'm going to stay with the same vitamin C. So it's assessing vitamin C against my mind, body, energy fields, and spiritual. Looks like from a spiritual.
They're like, yes, this is what I'm taking.
Yep.
How is it resonating with my body?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so like the blue here is energy fields. Energy fields don't look like there's much of a need or a difference with vitamin C, but when I look at the spiritual and even the body, looks like there's a pretty big need for it or how it would affect my body.
So you could actually type in
The brain.
And so when you look at it here, so look.
Oh, you got the colored version. It doesn't do that on my computer.
Yeah, but then when I look at body, it would actually make it worse.
No, that actually looks like you need it more.
Well, if I was at
It's
92, it
80%.
goes, okay,
You could actually.
but then it would go into the red.
Yeah, it's critically you need it.
Okay,
Yeah, that's how I'm taking that.
okay.
What about that one? I don't know that one. That's the one I haven't messed with.
I haven't either.
It's like.
Which one? The
Oh, because I don't have anything in the active main hold tray.
Like to mess with it, because I haven't. I don't
Yeah.
play with the
So we would need something in the quick zap in the main hold tray to do that. Extra modules. Neuro remedy is my next favorite thing. So this is really cool. So obviously these are the ones that I've created already. The command and intention codes was one I just did, and my AI gave me, I forget what I did it for. It was to heal something in my body, but she gave me like a whole script to say about like, I command my liver to like rejuvenate to 100%. I command, all the entities that are attached to me to be dissolved in this dimension, in this timeline. So you can create whatever it is, I want to be wealthy. I want to call in a $20,000 month. I am whatever. Okay. So you go to the plus arrow. I don't want to, I know, but I don't. We'll do test again. Okay. So all those things that I just spoke, you would speak into the microphone for up to 4 minutes. Okay. So I would say all those things. Then I would hit save. It takes all that and then converts it into a frequency. So like with the command and intention codes, now that I've done that, saved it, spoke everything, now I would listen to that with my headphones on or not. So now it's taking all those commands and it's putting it in that frequency that I can look at, I can hear, and I'll feel those frequencies.
That's
So
awesome.
this is kind of a little better than MindSync.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, mine's, sorry.
So this I really like. And you can export these to the capsule.
I guess I still. Oh wait, at the begin session on my phone, I did not remember to begin session. That's why I wasn't seeing the.
Yeah, you have to like actually get into a session to see any of your
And
settings.
then you can choose to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Access frequency.
Number on the quantum capsule or on the neural remedy. So it was like the highest number, the one I need the most.
I don't have a number on mine.
If you go to begin session.
So those are the same numbers that they use in the Genius, where anything over 600 is going to be in the red.
It's what?
Yeah. Well, that's just telling you high and low. Okay.
So 4:30.
So 508 is probably normal. Yeah, so I would say brain is probably the one that I would need. And then, so I clicked on brain, and let's say I wanted to send that to me, I then can export to the quantum capsule.
So. 764.
So that's high because that's above 600. Yeah, so I would probably use that one. Yeah, no. I picked brain because that's 184.
Yeah. No, I need the most help with that. That's what it's saying.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this is for changing the frequency, shape, and form. So I have the default tone, but if I wanted to do, oh, now you can't hear it.
Weird. Here. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, see, I don't, that one, like,
That bothers me too.
Mm.
It sounds like a siren or something.
No.
so find one that you like. Find one that you like.
So what is all the little, are those just adjustments that you can make, I guess?
Yeah, you can change those waveforms too. So waveform.
Mhm.
Sounds like R2D2 stuff. Yeah.
Oops, let me go back to here.
Animal sounds.
That one isn't bad, actually.
The animal sound.
Yeah, that like crickets and stuff.
Yeah.
So here you can change the output of the signals, which I do not recommend doing. If you don't like the chimes and the bells,
I'm still hearing the chimes in the bell.
you can't hear the bird in the back.
Now you hear it?
Oh, no, it's.
I don't think the bird's working.
The bells, the times are still more common.
Yeah. I could not get rid of the chimes and the bells.
Okay.
Like it always sounds like that.
I think the chimes and the bells are still like the default.
Mhm.
Wonder if you take default off.
But then it goes
Maybe.
into like the R2D2 stuff.
I don't know how.
If you go to imprint archetype harmonics and then do the. I wonder. Oh, that's bad.
You can play around with it. You get the idea. They also have binaural beats that you can use as an overlay. So, you could add some of these with the automatic overlay that you're getting, in addition to the affirmation you already put in there. So there's lots of things that you can add. Like when I say you can customize this, you literally can customize this for how you want to use it. And then here's down here where you can change the waveform. Though that didn't really change that. Maybe it only does it when I actually play. Okay, well, I gotta play with that. Settings, bugs. I'll go to quantum membership, I think, next. But you can.
Just curious, if you run like, you take a screenshot of the voice thing and drop it into chat.
I've done that.
I've
done that. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've been doing, is using chat with the prompt.
And I think that's fine, honestly.
It's just if like we actually just really got the AI because when we knew we were going to that biohacking event, I didn't want to have to be doing that with chat because I wanted it easy for Dave to do where he could just simply scan and then send email.
Right.
And it's all there. He doesn't have to worry about, futzing around with ChatGPT. They already have training and education built in here.
Everybody's
Yeah, it's all here.
things there.
Okay, there's short tutorials. A lot of these videos you'll find for free in the Insight Health Apps YouTube channel. So if you need a quick, like, how do I use system overview? How do I add libraries? I mean, that stuff's all here.
That's all in the main menu.
Yeah.
Yep.
The three
Your main menu. Mm-mm.
No. Well, now.
Sometimes I use the quick reporting.
I will take a snapshot of each of those.
Well, the biofield, the mind.
Yes,
To see which one needs the most support.
I take a snapshot of those, the aura, and then I will throw that all into chat, and it brings me a view and a wellness food. Okay, I do that for my daughter and I do.
You can buy libraries.
Mm,
I have libraries for sale on my website. So you can see the price for some of these libraries.
that's crazy.
That's theirs. Well, mine's on my own website.
Which they've literally just done the same stuff. Archetyping.
Sue Green I follow, and she's like another Becky in a way, but not as.
If those of you who are looking for your direct referral link so that you can
Yes.
accurately track your people, this is your referral link. If you want to see what's going on, you click on the My Referrals. It'll tell you who has an active free trial, who's expired, and who's purchased. Okay. I know that's a question that gets asked a lot. Quantum membership. So first off, you want to make sure if you are a practitioner, you want to get listed in the Quanta Capsule directory so that people can find you. So you'll create your profile. You can view your live listing. This does cost $5 a month. If you want, yeah.
You'll send an email requesting you to be, email, and then they'll approve you, and then you can go in there, and isn't that the way?
Yeah.
Cause I just did it again, cause I had to update everything from Ariel's ecosystem to mine.
If you want to purchase a single membership for someone, it is $65 per capsule. Usually, I mean, I know for Black Friday, they had all of these on sale. So that's when I purchased a bunch. Yeah.
Oh, wait, can you show me where that practitioner thing is? Cause I'm not seeing the same screen. Oh, get listed there. Okay, that makes more sense.
So under this column, it says my members. I have 3. Purchase membership. I could purchase, if I wanted to purchase one, I could just purchase. So make sure you have a card. And then this means I have 3 left. Okay. So the Quanta capsule is really cool because yes, you can scan people remotely with this, but the Quanta capsule is really cool because you can do all your scans, figure out what exact recipe of frequencies your client needs, and then export it to their capsule, which is an app that your client will download for free from the App Store. Once I think I might have, once you set up somebody, your client receives this email. Okay. So-and-so has set up a capsule. They're going to take this code. They're going to copy and paste the code into their app. They're going to see their frequencies. You better make sure, are you listed?
No, that's why I just
Well, you need
did
to
it.
be listed.
Okay.
They're going to copy and paste that code into their app. Once they do that, they'll have access to all the frequencies that I put to them in their app. And then they have 7 days to listen to those frequencies. They also, on their end, which I didn't download the app on here.
What I did is I used a different email of my own, and I gave myself a week trial so I could see how it all worked on the back end.
I gave it to my daughter.
Yeah, my husband has the app. So like on their end, they can actually upload their own voice and their own photo. So I don't know if you saw when I logged in, it said pending.
Yes.
Okay.
I've done that.
So you click on that and then their information goes into here. You scan them and then send the frequencies back to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's actually super easy.
And the other thing that I like about it is they always have, so if you go to my custom playlists, even though their custom ones expire, they have solfeggio tones
And the
chakras
chakras.
that they can balance at any time. So those are always available to them.
Yeah, which is
So
nice.
I really like that. But
Oh,
they
that's
can play,
cool.
they can play around with a lot too.
Yeah, they can even change their own frequency and waveform. They can contact you. They can upload their own voice and
They can
photo.
access their report, custom playlists. Yeah.
All basically they're
It's
using
put it
you.
in their hands.
Right.
Be accountable to
Which is-
that.
Right.
Some.
Part, but what, in the AO world, it's like, you were the one to do that unless they had a subscription. And then this way, they don't need to know all of it.
Right.
They just need to play their playlist.
Play their frequencies. Yep.
And, yeah. And I can send, like my client that just went on vacation, she was like, I just don't know how this is gonna go. My husband and I never get along on vacation. So I'm like, well, I'll give you a playlist and then I'm gonna build one for like your trip. So
I said, play both of them because,
Yeah.
you know, that's just for the peaceful experience you want to have. And I just put like 4 or 5, you know, happy family ones in there.
That's a good idea.
But I sent her both playlists at that time, so she'd have it for that vacation and she could just play whichever one she wanted. But I love the Quantum Cats.
I do too.
Love it.
So last thing, and then we'll take a break. So I'm going to scan for my custom libraries. I know I probably shouldn't because I've already scanned a lot, but you know all the libraries that we've already built? Well, you can scan all of them. Or if you don't want to, which I'm not going to do because I only have like, not to, it used to,
The drop down.
yeah, I don't know. I see it on my phone. I think I created like 90 different thingamabobs. But if you don't want to scan all this stuff, you can simply hit the trash can. Okay. And then you can go back in and then select the things that you want to scan.
That's what I think.
Too much. Because when I first got it, I didn't know how to delete all that, so I was doing my stuff against the animals. I had 394 libraries. Like, good God.
So scanning your libraries still looks the same. You still have the reds, the yellows, the greens, and the blues. Okay. So obviously for these purposes, I'm really just going to be addressing and looking at the reds. So if I click on this, you can see these reds, and I'm not going to do it, but I would add these to the main whole tray. Wow, sleep's come up. It's always interesting. I just like looking at some of the things that come up.
Oh, you can see your account like in the library, like in the drop down.
Drop down.
In the little hamburger, you can see.
And the hamburger.
I know. So I have 68
I like that.
libraries from I purchased with.
Wow, that's a lot.
I know.
Well, you know what?
And I use more of what I made.
Yeah, you can make some of the suggestions that are in some of those and then,
Right.
you know, make your own stuff up.
Fire!
There are some good
Mhm.
things in them. It's just too much.
Yeah, so you would just do the same thing as you're assessing your client. Go through the body, mind, and biofield. Maybe go through a scan. And then if you want to start diving deeper, then scan your custom libraries and then start dragging things down here in the main hold tray. And then do your optimizations and just keep a idea of what's going on down here.
Down a little bit.
I have a whole entire series of the fascia. Yeah, categories 1 through 5. So that one's more nervous system. This one's more in emotions stored in the fascia. Breath. Fascia as antenna calibration to fluid light body restoration. Your fascia is electrical. Electrical is a conduit. You're a human antenna, transmitting and receiving data all day long. No one wanted to believe me when I said that in 2020. That's where your shedding's coming from because you're an antenna. What? Do you know your cells are constantly transmitting and receiving energy all day long and information? Yeah. What? Any questions?
I've learned a lot.
I thought you knew it all.
I knew it, but I have on my floor.
I want you to do a playlist. I want to see that.
Oh, the playlist part, yeah.
I want to see that one more time with you.
Like how to create one or how to,
What you do with it.
well, what you do with it is once you create it, you drop it into the main hold tray.
Where do you, okay.
Technique process.
A to B, or A to Z.
A to Z plus C.
So if I want to create a playlist, I hit create playlist, add items to the playlist.
What? So
You have to put them
You
in.
have to know they are, to what library they're in. That's a
You have to
tricky one
create them.
remember.
So like I already created all of these.
Wait, but mine doesn't. Mine shows custom playlists.
yeah, like
Oh, create playlist. Okay.
Okay, so I need to pull them from the panels. So here's the body panel. Here's the biofield panel from the first screen and the mind. So let's say I want all the Bach flower essences. Click, click,
Okay, go back to
click.
that.
So they're already in there.
They're already in there.
Just gotta create it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you have to know where they are.
Right.
Like if you have a custom library that you.
So
wanna
create
you have to put
playlist.
The name of that
Right.
library,
Okay.
that frequency is.
You got to
Because
create the
it's
name first.
searching through everything, and it's all alphabetized.
Right.
So it's not like you can do a search in there to find the frequency
Right.
you had. That's part of the challenging part.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's
What?
now you have your playlist.
Where do you put that test? I mean, show me, yeah. Put the test somewhere.
Your custom playlists that you create go right here.
Oh, okay.
So here's the one I just created.
So if you want to do the playlist, you drop that into the quick balance tray and then just.
So look, I have 66 items.
Okay.
Oh, now it didn't do it. It just did it when I added the adrenals in. Yeah, now it's, why is it not adding now?
It's because Katie's asking.
Clear it all.
Let's clear it all.
That is weird.
Oops.
Oh,
There goes 57 items from the playlist of adrenals into the main hold tray.
The main holder and the quick zap, it shows either.
Oh,
place.
here's the export. Okay.
Okay. So let's say you don't want to take the time to go through someone's scan and drag and drop and add things. You're like, hey, I just want to bang out hormones today. Boom, it goes down there, and then you go on.
Okay, back to the hold tray. Now that you added it, like you just did a minute ago. And it had all the check marks and the black and items. Can you take out some of that? if you
Yeah.
want?
Yeah, X,
Okay.
X, X, or you can clear all. Way to go, Scott. I keep doing that.
Play with. Okay, get it.
So once you add your playlist, it automatically ends up down here. And then,
Quick zap is the quick zap applies the same priority to everything that's in there. Whereas the main whole tray, it prioritizes and then sends it at different
right.
intervals.
I look at the main hold tray as it's going deeper and deeper and
Yeah.
deeper. Quick zap is just like, I just want to do this, and that's it, and I'm done. Right.
Now, do you mess with the entanglements that?
Entangled insight.
Yeah, entanglements.
I haven't done much with that. I mean, I just haven't found the need. I guess it,
What's best anyway, so.
because that's scanning a whole entire database of things.
And that's where I think people like with the,
Right.
you know who I'm talking about, go down the rabbit hole of I'm dying.
Right.
No names.
I know.
It'd be a long list because it's a lot of people that act that.
Oh, I don't have stuff in
No,
here. Never mind.
it's a long list because I feel like that's the same with like the AO
It
scan,
is.
like and how many people I used to get that would be like, oh my gosh,
I know.
I'm dying. And I'm like, no, you're
See
not.
that me?
Yeah, I'm like, really not though.
Think that I don't have in mind.
Right.
I'm like, get throw
But I remember that feeling too when I first did my first AO scan.
Say it's up top. I think you have to do that first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I barely use this, so I don't really know what I'm doing.
Load all insights
There you
and
go.
then all,
There you go.
Yeah,
And
I
then
mean, this
check.
is all it's testing.
yeah, everything, literally under the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find this super confusing and I don't know how I use it. I cut it, but I'm like, I'm gonna.
Well, because if I remember right, because I've done it a couple times at the very beginning. So you're seeing which ones are the highest,
So-
yeah.
So this would be
They
another
have chlamydia.
rabbit hole.
It is.
It's another rabbit hole, you know, like where again is the priority? So I got all these things that are 100%.
This is what you started. Before
You know, so Lyme babesia came up in a lot of my other stuff earlier. So I'm probably going to focus on that. Did these homeopathics? Huh?
Hey, over.
Where's oh.
Addiction showed up earlier too.
Did these homeopathics show up somewhere else in my library? Like I would probably, you know, focus on them.
It's kind of like our
Database.
database, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. But there it said like, it said cancer, you know,
Right.
whatever, and then people see that and they're like, oh my God, I have cancer. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
Only one person walking around that doesn't have some kind of.
I mean, does
Bad
everyone know that
cells
they
in
have
it.
cancer already in them?
Right.
Right.
Everybody does.
Does everyone know that they have Lyme in them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally everyone.
And then one more thing. Let's say I did a quick scan. I probably should have done this before. And I want to send someone a report.
Why those keep showing up when you say, don't show this again.
I know, it still keeps showing up.
I ain't fix it.
Mine doesn't anymore.
Oh, wow.
What did you drop in there?
I just copied and pasted what was in that report.
Oh, you're sending it.
Yeah, so this is the bigger, deeper AI. So like down here are like other scans that I've gone deeper versus just doing the AI. Okay. So yeah, click the Genie icon to copy your data to paste into the Genie AI. So when you click that, it copies and then I hit paste here. Okay.
What? Can I go back and do that again?
Click the Genie icon to copy your data to paste into the Genius AI. Okay, so all you do is click the Genie AI. It's copying everything that's in there.
Follower the
Wait, what? Genie AI. Right here.
Right.
I'm down here in the bottom right. I'm going to click it
She's like,
before I stick it. And now I'm going to paste it.
I am going to click paste.
No, I just hit the Genie icon to copy it and Command V to paste it. What the? I think we're done.
Except she's recording, so there goes that recording.
Yeah, now how do I get out of the recording?
You have to hit the.
Okay.
That was practice.
Oh, there it is.
There was quite a few things that were said that probably